Mike Radich here, and I'm now joined on the phone by KSW Middleweight Rodney Wallace. Rodney, how are you?
Good.
Rodney, you got a fight coming up December 1st at KSW 21. How's training been going for the fight?
Training been going good. Same as usual. Working hard.
You're going to be fighting Michael Mataral. What are your thoughts about him as an opponent?
He's a tough dude. He got a warrior spirit. From what I seen from the fight, and I was there. He was fighting on the card I fought on last time, and he fought Jay Silva, and it looked like Jay was beating him up pretty much on the feet or whatever. But then Jay ran out of gas, and then ended up losing the majority of the decision. So based on that, I know from every video that I've seen, I know he's a walk forward type of dude. He's a warrior. He can take punishment and keep on going. And I know he got a lot of submissions on his resume. So it's just things that I look out for. I just be poised and do my thing.
I'm glad you brought it up that you talked about his last fight with Jay Silva. When you were in Poland, when you fought Mamed Kalvanov, were you kind of sizing him up a little, maybe down the line that you would fight him? Was that in the back of your mind that possibly you could step in against him?
Actually, I was so green, to go into Poland, and I wasn't really thinking about nothing outside of beating him, beating Mamed, because Mamed was a big name over there. So I feel like if I beat him, then I could step in and take his life. So that's really what I was focused on. I wasn't even thinking about fighting Jay, nor him, nor anybody else that they had over there in middleweight. So I really didn't pay attention to his fight when they were fighting. Not after the fight. After I seen how it worked over his face was, and then I went and looked at the video and seen what they did to him.
Going out to Poland, what's the experience like? Being in that country and fighting in front of those fans.
It's crazy, man. It's like when we first went out there, we flew into town, Warsaw. We fought in another town. I forgot what it was, but Warsaw is the town that we flew into, and they had their press conference there, which is the town that we fought in was like an hour and a half away. And the press conference was there, and the press conference was like a UFC press conference. It was like packed full of people. It wasn't even the same town as the fight. So that was like odd to me that like everybody showed up to the press conference and was out there and cheering. They had it was like a concert out there at the press conference. You had guys rapping and stuff like that, music and things like that. But it was cool. Everybody showed love, and they really loved the sport out there. When we went to the actual town that I fought in, it looked like a ghost town, like a big ghost town, like there's nobody outside. I was like, I don't think they're going to, I ain't going to sell no tickets to this thing. Ain't nobody in this town. But, I think they sold out like 15,000 or something like that. Everybody was in the stadium. So the people, they don't come outside to play, but they come outside to watch fights, though.
Now, when you're out there leading up to the fight, how long are you actually there for? Are you there a whole week, or are you there just a couple days before the fight?
No, pretty much a whole week. I think you get out there, you leave on Tuesday, you get out there, and, they probably like 6 hours behind us, so you pretty much going to arrive at the same time that you left. So, you come out there that Tuesday or whatever, and then give you a little bit of time to cut weight or whatever else you got to do.
And how do things work with your diet? Do you bring your own food over? Do you fly with your own food over there, or do they have, some certain people that get you whatever you want? How does it work for diet-wise?
Nah, they usually have like the hotel. They have a meal for like the fighters, and the fighters have a band. They give you a meal, or they give you a per diem, and you go out there and try to find something that you can eat, that you can recognize. It don't be too hard for me because I'm a vegetarian, so I really don't eat vegetables and stuff like that. So I don't really gotta stick and choose and ask what it is and what it is. I know what lettuce looks like.
And when you're out there, do you just hang out with your team, or do you hang out with the other fighters who speak English? When you're out there, what do you do? Leading up to a fight.
Pretty much everybody be doing their own thing. Fighters still gotta lose weight, things like that. So you really just be with the guy that you out there with your corner man. You still gotta lose weight. So you just finding the spot. You might travel over to the gym with a couple of more fighters that's on the card, and y'all go to the spot. You get to know a couple of extra fighters or whatever. Like when Jay was out there, he was out there with Christoph Szynski. And I never met Christoph before, and he was a cool dude. So you just get to meet other fighters and things like that.
And now, for this time around, do you feel that having that first experience, it's going to make this fight, the preparation leading up to it, way more smooth?
Yeah, I think it was kind of like, I didn't know they were gonna put on a show like as big as they did. Not to say that it was overwhelming or anything like that, but it was a lot of pressure on me going in and trying to fight their champion, so to speak, and going out there. So it was kind of like not really knowing what to expect. But now it's like the feeling I got now is like, you know, second chance feeling. It's like a little fire in me, like a little, you know, a fire brewing that I don't really show it out. I don't really talk about it much, but I'm ready to pay back, and I know I ain't fighting the same guy, but it's just the era and the area of the place. And I feel like they just brought me out there to lose, and that's how I go in there. Like, I feel like y'all just bringing me out here to fight y'all guys and lose and make them look better. So there's a little fire in me that I want to really go out there and just show them what I got.
Mm-hmm. Last time you were out there fighting in Poland, KSW 19, you fought Mamed Kalvanov. What went wrong for you in that one? Because I had seen some interviews that you had done leading up to that fight, and you felt, you know, pretty comfortable staying on the feet, you know, staying away from his ground, and even in that fight, you know, leading up to the knockout, you actually had taken it to the ground, and then you immediately stood back up and wanted on the feet. You looked very comfortable at that moment before you got knocked out. Then the knockout happened. Exactly what went wrong for you in that fight, do you think?
I think it was the comfort level. I think I was too comfortable. I really wasn't worried about the stand up, and I think that was my downfall, because I never ever went into a fight not worried about something from anybody. I think no matter what anybody brings to the table, you got to be worried about everything. You got to respect everything that they could do as a fighter. I think I respect them a little bit too much on the ground, and I didn't respect them enough on the feet. So, and that's what happened when you get caught. I mean, I really wasn't worried about them flashy kicks or anything that he was going to do, and I knew he was going to bring that. But I wasn't even expecting him to throw his hands at all. So I think that's what got me calm. Then after I took him down, the takedown was so easy. I felt like, you know I could do that anytime or whatever. So I think after that, I got a little bit too comfortable, and that's what happened. You know, things like that happen.
Mm-hmm. In the back of your head, when you did take the fight to the ground, did you think with that takedown coming so easy that maybe, you know, he wanted that to happen, so he was trying to kind of bait you to go to the ground with him, and that's why you popped up? Do you think that maybe that might have been another reason?
Yeah, I felt like he wanted to. He really. I felt like if he was going to be on the ground, on his back was going to be his most comfortable. You know, I think that he was feeling like he was going to be the most comfortable on his back. So pre-fight, I was already going to not put him in his comfort zone and have him put up his back a lot. I was going to try to make him stand up and throw all the kicks and waste a whole bunch of energy and wait till like more of a second, third round and just play with him on his back. But I didn't want to play with him when he was fresh, because I know that's where he wanted to be. So it was more of a psychological thing, just standing up and letting him know that he wasn't going to be able to do that at that particular point.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing I wanted to ask you about that fight was the leg kick you threw at the end of that fight. It looked like you weren't 100% committed to that leg kick. Was that just something that you were trying to just score a point, and he happened to counter you at the right time?
Yeah, he definitely caught it. He definitely caught it at the right time. Mm-hmm. I think that was something that I was just trying to mess with the inside leg kick and whatnot. So I wasn't really used to all the things that I could actually get caught with on that. And the times that I struggled with, like the complete wrong time to throw it, when somebody's pressing into me to throw an inside leg kick. But I mean, it's just the way things worked out for that to happen. Like, because normally if you see any other fights, you don't hardly ever see me throwing anything like that or whatnot. But the fact that I'm trying to, you know, work on different things and work on myself, and I actually put that in, and it was just the wrong time for me to do it.
Mm-hmm. You're on a 2-fight win streak now, but were you a little bit surprised when KSW gave you the call that you're going to be fighting for the title, even though you had lost to Mamed?
Yeah. It's like I feel good about it. You feel good about it. Give you the shot, especially when I lost. But like I said, the kind of fire that I got is like, I feel like, you know, they bringing me up there to lose. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's like a backhanded compliment, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, when somebody like, yeah, you come up here and fight for the title, it ain't like I earned the right to fight for the title. And everybody know that. You ain't gonna fool the people out there that think that I earned the right to fight for the title. You ain't gonna fool me or my champion and be like, yeah, well, you earned the right. I ain't earned it. Even if I do win, I just earned the right to fight for the title, one way or another. So I feel like, you know, he's a good fighter. If we can bring him up here, we're gonna let our guy win in front of our fans, and we still got a champion over here that's a hometown guy. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's like a backhanded compliment. I ain't got. That's my job. I really don't care whether I earned it or not. You give me the call, I'm taking it, and I'm going to go do my thing.
Right.
And I'm going to earn it next time.
Right. How many fights do you have with KSW? Was this a 3-fight deal, and this is just the second fight on that deal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a 3-fight deal, and just the second fight.
Mm-hmm. I see. And do you feel any added pressure for this fight? Because there may be some people, like you said, who say that you don't deserve the title shot and this and that. And also, I don't know if your goal is to make it back to the UFC, but a loss here, that could derail those plans. So, do you feel any added pressure going into this fight?
No, I don't feel any pressure. I mean, I already let the pressure, any kind of pressure deal with me. I go in there and try to show people what I got. I feel like no matter what, every fight I fought, I feel like I'm better than that fight. And I feel like I should have done better. I should have done, whether I win or lose, I feel like I should have done better. So every fight I go in, I'm not here to prove something to me and prove something to people that I'm better than what you do. I got more than what you've seen. Even though I ain't show everything, I got more than what you've seen. And that's not to have some kind of voucher for going to the UFC or going to any organization. That's just me as a fighter and as a performer. That I just want to show people that it's not like I'm vouching. Like, look, I want to be in the UFC. It's like neither here nor there. When they call me, they call me. If they don't, they don't. It's good, but I'm going to fight my heart out and show people that, hey, this dude can fight. He trained hard. He worked hard.
This fight is going to be taking place in a ring. You fought in the ring before. You've also fought in a cage before. Do you have a preference either way, which one you fight in?
No preference. That really don't matter to me. It really don't matter. Mm-hmm. It's all the same.
Mm-hmm. And Rodney, we really don't hear much about your team, Team Rock. Who are some of the guys that are helping you train for this fight, and who are some of your coaches, and what's the gym like? We don't really hear much about it.
Well, it's a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu network, Horace Gracie Network gym. We're a small school. We got a few schools that's in North Carolina, or the mid-east area, North Carolina, South Carolina, Maryland. We got schools over there, so we got a few schools, but they're small now. We're not a lot of fighters that come out here like big name fighters. We got Jordan Renard. He fought in the show last year. He fought to make it into the show last year. And but other than him, we just got small guys that's grinding and trying to make their way up. So I'm like a pioneer in this area of doing things. I don't really train with. I don't go to different camps, and I don't train with a lot of big name people because I try to be the master of my own fate and do my own thing and control everything that I do. So I don't really train with a lot of guys like a lot of big name guys. I just train with a lot of hungry guys.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious, how did you get your nickname Shonuff the Master?
Well, that's the bad guy on the movie The Last Dragon. I don't know if you know the movie The Last Dragon, but it's like an 80s movie. It's just the guy that's going there. It's like a fighting movie. He was like the bad guy, the showy guy, and with all the catchphrases and stuff like that. So a real comedic type fighter. So I got it from him because that's kind of my character, my personality.
I see. And last question, Rodney. This fight, it's happening at a pretty bad time. We got Thanksgiving coming up soon, and also your birthday is coming up soon. So, what's Thanksgiving and your birthday going to be like? Is there going to be birthday cake? Thanksgiving, are you going to have a good meal? What's it going to be like?
Ain't gonna be no birthday cake.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no Thanksgiving either.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same old letters.
Yeah.
There's a cabin, so there ain't gonna be no big spectacle. I told my family that they gonna eat.
Yeah.
They gonna go somewhere else to eat. I'm gonna just sit in the house.
That's what I thought I asked you was the time. And happy birthday. Happy early birthday, I should say.
Appreciate it.
Yep. And Rodney, real quick before I let you go, do you have any sponsors you would like to thank, and is there anything you'd like to say to the fans?
Just representing Team Rock, so I thank my team and my training partners out here that's doing it for me. The fans just tune in. They probably gonna play the fight on YouTube right after the fight. So all the people in the U.S. that want to watch it, just go ahead and tune into it and support your boy. Everybody in North Carolina, support your boy for showing out international style, and I'm gonna try to do my best. We gonna make it.
Mm-hmm. Rodney, thank you for taking the time to talk. I really appreciate it. Good luck December 1st at KSW 21.
Appreciate it. Thank you.